we're going to have some debates. 2 so far. See, Joe Biden finally acquiesced and said, okay, I'll do it. Donald Trump had been challenging him, but oh, Joe didn't want to do it. Well, finally he's coming around. I guess because he saw the poll numbers and his team is like, listen, you can't hide from this. You just can't keep hiding from it. So Trump talked about this while at a rally in Des Moines over the weekend, and he made an interesting point. First about CNN and their anchor that's going to be doing it, kind of funny. And then about whether or not Joe was going to be totally on the up and up and totally crystal clear, crystal clean, shall we say. Let's just play it.
Remember that idiot from CNN? Oops, I shouldn't say that. I'm doing a debate for them. They'll be slightly tougher. No, I have fake tappers. They said, I just want to debate this guy, but, you know, and I'm going to demand a drug test, too, by the way. I am. No, I really am. I don't want him coming in like the State of the Union. He was high as a kite. I said, is that Joe up there? A beautiful robe? And by the end of the evening, he's like, well, it was exhausting.
Okay, wow. All right. Thank you very much, Donald Trump. So that was a pretty big allegation there, as you heard. Trump again saying that he thought that there may have been something else involved. Remember that State of the Union, right? We're all like, oh, wait a second. Who's that Joe? He doesn't look like the Joe we saw the day before, or, 2 days before, or a couple of weeks before. So Donald Trump making a pretty big ask. I don't know as that was part of the terms of the deal they originally settled on. But now that he's making that ask, I mean, what is Joe Biden to do? Does he say, no, I'm not going to take the drug test? And Trump's out there waving his drug test, and suddenly Biden says, I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's actually a pretty interesting maneuver from Trump's part. So Politico, the publication, decided to call over to the White House, and it spoke with Ron Klain, and Mr. Klain said nothing. In fact, he just completely refused to engage in any discussion whatsoever. I mean, he's running the Biden debate camp and said he wouldn't respond, basically, to this question about whether any illegal substances are used as part of his debate prep. Meanwhile, Politico still was seeking an answer, and they went to a Biden senior aide who remains nameless, but said, quote, in response, the kicking and screaming everyone's seeing from the Trump team is nothing more than performance art for their boss who knows he got smoked in the art of the deal and came out looking like a loser. I'm sorry. What does that have to... You still haven't answered the question. You still haven't answered the question about whether or not he's going to take the drug test and whether or not he's going to be totally clean. You just kind of pivot with this non sequitur about performance art. I mean, you want to talk performance art. That would be what this administration is doing, because they're sitting there trying to sell some message that there is no inflation, that everything's great. There's no border problem. There's no international struggle. Although that's heating up. You saw the news today, ladies and gentlemen, that Iran's president was killed in the helicopter crash over Afghanistan. I mean, we got real troubles on the international front. We got real troubles on the border front. We got real troubles, obviously, on the economic front. And yet Biden's aides are like trying to say it's Trump's fault again. It's his performance art. No. You guys are like the kings of performance arts. Just got to say. So we get 2 debates scheduled now. There's one on CNN and one on ABC. And believe me, the other networks are not happy. Fox especially. Fox is really, 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 really unhappy. They've always had a debate, and now they may not get one. Telemundo may not get one. That actually surprises me, because Telemundo tends to lean kind of left. It's a Hispanic audience. Ellos hablan español todo el tiempo ahí en Telemundo. See, I speak Spanish. I should moderate that debate. There you go, on Telemundo. But anyway, they speak Spanish there on Telemundo. Spanish being, a target community rich for Biden, and yet he's bombing with Hispanics. Because Hispanics are like, no. You know, I'm kind of sick of you trying to remake my language. Thank you very much. I'm not a Latinx. I'm a Latina. It's a language, a Romance language based on Latin. They have masculine and feminine nouns, for goodness sakes. Anyway, it's just kind of embarrassing for Joe Biden. He's afraid to go to Telemundo. I can understand he's kind of afraid to go to Fox. But you're afraid of Telemundo? By the way, Fox is going to bend over backwards to make life miserable for Trump and good for Biden. So he should take that trade all day long. But Biden and his team are just not that smart.